hang out to the beach. So, and so, bye.
We're not Texas anymore. Where are we?
Hawaii.
Yeah, bit of a change. We obviously did not get here in an RV, but Ash's parents live here.
My parents live on the west side of the island, and they've been here for, gosh, a lot of years now.
So today we are driving around the island, and we wanted to share a few of our favorite things to do here in Oahu. We've probably been here, I don't know, at least a dozen times. So we have kind of our favorites that we like to hit each time we come back here. Do you want to get the cinnamon sugars?
Sure.
Original cinnamon sugar.
I would-
There's the filling one with the cream, the coconut.
I don't really like the filling one.
Whenever there's a filling, it's always too. Yeah.
I would do just the regular or the cinnamon one.
Why don't you get one original and one cinnamon sugar?
Okay.
Get it? So one of our favorite things to do while we're here on the island is drive around the various kind of loops we have. So you got the North Shore Loop. This is the Eastern Shore Loop. It's a smaller loop. You go out through Hawaii Kai. You see the Makapu'u lighthouse and the blowhole, and then you come back by H3. So it's a nice short loop. It was a good one to do today when we didn't have that much time. We got a late start. A good tip for driving around Oahu is just to be mindful of the day of the week. So on the weekend, like today, the nice thing is you don't have rush hour. But the downside is that you have both the tourists and the locals out, seeing the sights as well. The benefit of going during the week, though, is that you have only the tourists and the locals are at work. But then during the week, the main downside is that you have to deal with rush hour. So early in the morning, and then about 4 or 5 p.m. the roads kind of slow to a standstill. So
I mean, not just 4 or 5. It's like from 3 to 6. Almost.
Yeah, 3 to 6.
Traffic is pretty bad, and you have to really kind of plan ahead to avoid just sitting on the road for a really long time during the week.
But now on the weekend, we went out today, so we can be going back at 3:30 or 4, and not have to worry about rush hour. So there's benefits to either one, weekend or weekday.
More driving?
Here we go. One thing that really saved us today was using the weather stations. We have an app that shows the various temperatures on the island on each weather station, and we were about to drive all the way up to the North Shore today, and looking at that app showed us that the North Shore temperatures were 75 when we could go to the west side of the island and it was 80 degrees and clear. So
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see behind us, like if we had stayed over on this side, it's kind of cloudy. It actually rained a little bit, so we would have been taking a really long drive just to end up in kind of like not the best conditions for a beach day. So, I mean, I'm really glad we were able to just look it up and make a quick decision that turned out awesome. So we had a really beautiful day at the beach.
Yeah.
It was sunny and warm, and we didn't have to deal with like actually being cold on the beach, which is not really what you want when you're in Hawaii.
What are we looking at?
Double rainbow.
Double rainbow. Let's look at this. Whoa.
Oh, God, it gets it really cool in there.
Wow.
Well, that's the right camera.
This is incredible. This is the best rainbow I've ever seen.
And even in here, you can see the second arc
I know.
on the side.
I'll do a slow pan. Wow. Well, that really captures it.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't necessarily a tip or a favorite thing we do here, but one thing I do spend a lot of my time doing in Hawaii is getting work done. And with a high-speed internet connection, I'm actually able to do most of my work for clients here. Now, the 4-hour time difference makes things a little bit tricky, but what I do is I tend to get up early in the morning, knock out 4 hours of work or so, and around that time, Mara will be ready to head out for the day. So it works out pretty well. And even though this office is not the most ergonomic, you cannot beat the office window view here. So it's nice getting work done here. So we are back in Texas, back at our house, but it was a great trip to Hawaii. We really enjoyed it.
We had so much fun, a lot of good beach days, a lot of time with family, and now we're just kind of getting back to regular life here in Houston. But I guess before we move on to what we've got going on here, I just wanted to also mention some of the great beaches that we went to. Our favorites to visit are Waikiki Beach. We also really liked Waimea Bay and Nānākuli, which you've probably heard of Waikiki Beach, but we'll go into more detail on some of those in a blog post actually, so you can check out kind of our thoughts and see some pictures of those things there.
Yeah, and we'll link it in the description below. Yeah, so next up for us is tomorrow we're actually inspecting a fifth wheel trailer, a used one that we might buy. So I'll get some video of that. Then if we do end up buying it, knock on wood, we'll get some before and after renovation video and have all kinds of videos about that. So most of the rest of our videos will be about RV and this RV trip coming up, but occasionally we'll take a nice little side detour for a fun video like we just did in Hawaii. So we'd love to have you follow along. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe and join us on our journey. Thanks.
See you next time.
See ya.